It's Neorcus here, and I really want to like extraction games, but so far I haven't found a one that would really click with me. I tried most of them, and I always run into the same issues. They're always too slow, or maybe it's just my TikTok brain that struggles with this kind of a walking simulators. But I'm gonna give a No Such Place an honest try. I played the game for a couple hours, and in this video I'm gonna talk about my experience with the game. So what exactly is No Such Place? It's a top-down extraction shooter. You're dispatched into these dimensional fragments to do missions in them. The concept is quite simple. Try to gather as much loot as you can while surviving from the enemies. You can find all kinds of different loot like materials, sellable artifacts, weapons, gear. You have a 30-minute timer, collect all the loot you can, and then extract from the map. Then once you extract into your home base, you can sell some of the items for profit, or you can use them in your next runs. Then you rinse and repeat the process until you're filthy rich. Quite simple and engaging concept on paper, in my opinion. Starting the game, it drops you right into the tutorial. You go through all the basic mechanics, dodging, melee combat, inventory management, and crafting. You go around looting basic materials, crafting healing items, and bullets. Then eventually the tutorial gives you a pistol, and you get a feel for the actual combat. Basically take targets with your mouse, and you shoot. The game seems to have some kind of aim assist that locks on the targets, but you can also disable that in the menu. I don't really see much reason to disable it though, so I just kept running with the aim assist. Then at the end, you have a vendor to buy stuff from, and I love that they're using a toilet as an extraction point. I think that was a funny touch for the game. The tutorial was definitely quite nice. It explains all the mechanics really well, while still leaving a bunch of mechanics for you to kind of learn yourself, so I would say the tutorial was very good in this one. Once you're done with the tutorial, you're teleported into your safe home. Here the game kind of opens up quite a bit, and you get access to more tools. You have the crafting bench, and you also unlock a bunch of different recipes you can craft. You have some kind of machine that allows you to break down items, and a machine to make money, I guess. All these machines are kind of common for any other extraction game, so if you played a bunch of them, this should be pretty common for you. You also get the most important tool in this type of game, which is a bunch of storage. I mean, these games are basically just the storage space simulators. You're also given a safe pack, which you can put all those important items from your runs, so you don't actually lose them if you die. Then you just use the computer. You can see a couple of quests, which seems to be going from killing things into collecting stuff so far, what I've had with the quests. After you check all the tools and you get kind of familiar with the safe spot, it's time to put all the gear on and go to your first mission. I thought I'm gonna play it smart and take only pistol with me for my first run, but I kind of quickly realized that that was probably a mistake. Here I somewhat noticed kind of my lack of patience for games like this. I was doing pretty okay, looting, just minding my business, killing some monsters. I was definitely struggling with the pistol only. But then at the end, I did a stupid mistake. I killed one of those explosive monsters and the spikes hit me and I died. So I ended up losing all my stuff. I guess the positive thing about this run was the fact that I only took the pistol with me, so I didn't really lose much. But then for my second run, I decided to fully deck up my character. I took all my best weapons and I see how it goes. And surprise, surprise, it went much better. I was able to kill most of the monsters without any issues while collecting all the loot. What a shocker. This run actually gave me a much better idea how the gameplay loop works. I did have one hiccup in this run where I actually ran into the open and I nearly died. So I guess if you're not careful and you kind of run mindlessly, you can definitely get overwhelmed by a bunch of monsters and you die pretty quickly in this game. Like, you don't have to take that many hits and you're dead. Once I had my inventory filled with all this loot, I started looking for extraction point. To my luck, there was a code on the floor earlier that I found, and that was a code for an extraction point. I was able to go through the door and get back to my safe home. I was able to finish a bunch of different quests. Quests seem to give a lot of reward in this game, so they're definitely worth doing. And that's pretty much my runs with the game. So, what did I really like about the game? I absolutely love the atmosphere of the game, and the world looks really cool. It does feel kind of spooky and dangerous, almost like any time something could come from the shadows and kill you, which is quite fun. I really like that feeling in this game. Aesthetically, the game is really awesome. I love this style when it comes to games, and it's probably the main reason why I'm trying the game in the first place. I saw the aesthetics and I was like, yep, I gotta try this game out. I found the combat actually pretty good. I was a bit skeptical for the combat, but I love the fact that you are able to see so much. Like, it's kind of a top-down view. You would think it kind of takes away from the danger, but I didn't think it does that much. You can still die pretty easily. Also, even though it seems quite early on for the game, they already had a pretty good variety of the monsters. You have those normal kind of slower dudes. You have ones that actually spit out stuff on you, which hurts. You You have those that explode and shoot spikes that actually killed me. And then you have like kind of trees that actually spawn those weird alien things that come and kill you. It's very cool designs, and I can't wait to see like what other kind of monsters they bring to the table. Now, what about the negatives? I don't really like holding much against these, like especially because the games are kind of early on and I know they're still developing it. And my negative point is kind of stupid. I think my only negative thing is that the fact that it's an extraction game. But why even play the game if you don't like extraction games, you may ask. Like, and honestly, I'm still trying to find that one extraction game that would kind of make it all click for me. And in general, I just enjoy playing new games. But to me, this game has pretty much all the same issues that I've had with basically every extraction game, which is that it's quite boring. I don't know how would you fix that. I don't think this game was like the worst offender of this, but it's definitely quite walking simulator and inventory management simulator, which are kind of the two things that I'm not a big fan of. But I think if I had to choose the biggest pain point, it definitely would be the inventory management in these games. I think maybe that's why my favorite extraction game so far has been The Cycle. Obviously that game had a bunch of different issues, but inventory management wasn't a problem in that game, and I quite enjoyed it. I was actually a little bit sad that it kind of failed, crashed and burned, but what can you do? That's how games go. So I was kind of wondering, who is this game really for? I think it's pretty safe to say that if you enjoy overall extraction games, like the actual gameplay loop, and you want something where you won't get ganked by 3-man squad, I think this game could definitely have like potential to be something like good for you. So if you like enjoy the whole dangerous world where you kind of get the dopamine from finding some interesting loot and bringing it back home, and then the chance of losing it all if you make a mistake, I think for that kind of player, this game has potential to be a pretty good one. All in all, I don't think it's quite the game for me. I do appreciate the unique aesthetics of it and them going for a different style of game and not just going like generic FPS games that we have been seeing quite a lot, especially in the extraction shooter genre. So to me, I most likely won't be playing it in the future. Tell me in the comments if you plan on checking it out. I would love to hear what you think about the game. If you find this video helpful, give it a like, subscribe to my channel. Also, if there's any other games that you want me to see, tell me in the comments. I always love to try new games and just kind of try to find what I actually enjoy. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you have a good one. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.